Hello, everyone. We are officially now into several greater good timelines. So it did occur yesterday. Sharon and I are together here. She is just resting now, and we had walked into the new timelines hand in hand, and with no commitments and no obligations on however ways things turn out. I have decided to stay upon the surface, and although it's been ordained that I do at a higher level, this has been known for so long. It's so important that Sharon was here with I, just for one reason, is that she does carry the Mary Magdalene essence, as so does so many more in the physical lineage, the DNA from that most important period a few thousand years ago, and also like I in this physical vessel, it does carry the Christ lineage, and what I am given is that it's around three decimal 3.38 or 2.8 direct descendants of that Christ lineage that have come to a certain degree in their prowess for these timelines. So that number does change at times. However, what we look at is in the now of those that have come to power. So indeed, in this now, there are many Christs here within both male and female, and also many Mary Magdalenes are here incarnated as well. And also that can be in male and female as well. So, not to confuse, we are in these times that we are all one, and this is why it's distributed through many. And one of the things that is so is that, for instance, in the past 2,000 years ago, there were only about 14 or 15 that were sent to do this mission. In this now, there are millions. It is different now, and it's a different way. It's so important for all of you to step fully into your divine roles, in your divine power, and follow that. Follow that guidance. Do not try to control your lives from the old ways, the old paradigm, the old matrix. Surrender fully to your guidance and own your full divine power. If you feel you are Christ, you must say it to own it, to own your higher power. If you feel you are Mary Magdalene, you must say that you are a Mary Magdalene and own that power. And for this matter, whatever other ascended master that you may feel that you are, it is so important that you own that. For example, you can say you're Metatron, you can say you're Merlin, you can say that you're Archangel Michael. And that is so perfect, because when you do that, you own your power. And this is what is needed in this time, in this now, and going forward. We and you are the ones, all of us, to make this great change and to change the timelines completely. Now, there is not, to my knowledge, I have not checked any thing online. I just come on and looked at two messages and just did this live. However, with this, if there has not been yet a flash, it is still possible. From some of Sharon's guidance, as we put together at 2200 hours last night, that it's the way that I received that message is that when the new timelines was secured and established, where the new higher timelines from that point last evening are assured that we participate in these in the organic form, in this physical vessel, and we keep going forward, undergoing the crystalline change. So again, it's very important, and very quickly, as many of you know, you are becoming stronger. Your messages are becoming more clear. Your confirmations are abounding. And also what we are seeing reflected in our outward reality is the beautiful heavenly confirmations as well, in your clouds, in your skies, in the dominant love energy in the pink clouds that is encompassing Gaia, and so much more. The list it's endless, and I could go on all day about this. However, I am here on mostly linear time as well, and it's because of our work we're doing in linear time for the others and for all of humanity, and securing this humanoid experience and rectifying everything that went wrong, but not allowing it to go that way again. And a few thousand years ago, let's say the Christ was what they thought was able to be killed, but the Christ does not die, and neither does any of you. So we are here today at this very important time to kick off the new timelines. So at this point, my guidance comes directly from Father. I'm on a need-to-know basis for the most part. In my soul, and in my heart, and in my knowing, the same as all of you, we know what we must do. We know the whole script. However, where we are in this linear time, and where others does not know this, it is only released into the consciousness at certain levels. So again, you must trust fully your guidance, your inner guidance. Now, also, heaven said this: there may be times, and it happens very rarely, that God, Creator, but also what you agreed to at the higher levels, it may appear that you must go against what you feel at some times. But again, very rarely, and only in very significant times where decisions need to be made. And so it's just putting that out there, that sometimes you need to follow all of the signs as well. Now, with the signs, they usually work as a dot. Let's say if you're given a number, you first will look that number up to see what it means, and that's not the end of the message. So you know what that means, but there is more that will come later. So there are themes that are associated with the numbers as well. So it's very important to know that if you see one number, it's not just to raise your vibration or to think you're in 3D. There are messages attached to it, and you connect the dots. So without rambling on to these things, what I intend to be doing, I will not, to my knowledge right now, be online much in the next several days perhaps. There are so many important things that are occurring, and there are important things with Sharon and I where we need to spend some time just alone, undistracted, and everyone is great with that. So just sharing that if you do not see I, everything is always perfect, and if you do not see I or Sharon online, we are busy doing things. So we have a beautiful day here today. The sun is out, which is so beautiful, and it's finally warming up, and yeah, there's just been so much transpired. I will not share all of it with you, but there are some other important things that have occurred over the last several days as well, in conjunction with this. And it was important that Sharon and I was here in Jerusalem to usher in these new timelines. Sharon had to be here in a physical presence. She's quite capable, as all of us are, at projecting our essence and part of us here. But because of the importance of this time, she had to be here in the physical so that it is recorded. We are making a herstory that will be left behind when we do leave here. And it's important that it's been documented that our presence here, mine and Sharon's, in the physical as well, has been validated by others. And again, there are reasons for this, and everyone comes to know in the futures why it had to occur this way. So very powerful, very beautiful. Sharon and I, our physical vessels, are undergoing a lot of immense change in the last few days again, and it's with the physical vessels, it's a tiresome process, lethargic and painful to some degrees because of the rapid higher crystalline transformation, what is occurring within us to prepare I for higher divine service, and also Sharon as well, to whatever that may be. But it's not only us two, as all of you know. It's all of you. It's all of us together. None of this has happened just by chance, as you know, and everything does happen for a reason. All of you, all of us have been prepared for this important time, and this is what it takes to change the timelines, to change reality, and keep going forward with it. And also, many of you know that there was a very real dark resistance, and many of you have battled that, and you have seen the interference in it in the past. But it's also because we are raising up out of that, where they no longer exist in our reality. So the only thing they knew what to do was to fight. That was their the only thing that they could see. But in reality, the higher truth is they did not need to fight, but they could not see that. So therefore they are left behind in the lower densities, and they are transmuted. We will see forms of them, but they will be different versions. The ones that chose to go to the light and to do what is right will remain on our timelines. Others that did not will not remain. All politics, all governments, everything it will change, and it is very rapidly as we go towards what we all want as co-creators, and we have the divine responsibilities and capabilities to do that. It's all assured and it's all ascertained, so it does get done. And however, again, it was a process with it, and there is a process with it as we go forward. We have to act out these roles, but the higher that we act out our roles with our divine power intact and not hidden from others, when you openly proclaim, then you embody more of your creational ability and at making change, at manifesting the realities, at creating the good realities. If you stay in your closets or in your rooms, not letting others know who you are, that does not affect the change. It's your presence, your physical presence with your divine energetic essence complete that makes the change on these lower timelines. If we did not need to do this in a physical form, none of this would be happening. None of what we have worked so hard for would have been done from an organic level. Everything could have been done just from a higher energetic level without these organic vessels. However, it was not meant to be that way. We had to be here upon the surface to integrate it fully into the history, her story of these timelines. This is the only way. And I know this. I tried to leave a few times, and Father kept me here. And I will say that Father used force to keep me here, because this has been a very tedious battle. And, at times I got overwhelmed with it. However, we are part of an important mission, and no one can leave until, it's time. My last time that I considered leaving, I asked Father, I said, can I just go? Like, everything is aligned. It should be good now. And his response was, he said, turn on the radio. I turned on the radio, and a preacher made the comment, he who tries to go first goes last. So there was no mistake in that message. So I said, okay, Father, yeah, I got the point. And I said, but I'm so bored here. And he said, you were bored when you were up here as well. And then I said, yeah, that's right. Yeah, just sitting up there wanting to get down, to get right in the show, to get right in the movie. So that made it a lot easier for me again. But, we had ups and downs with this, but just sharing a little bit more. I won't keep this too long. So this is what's transpiring, and when I have opportunity, I will share, updates if that's what I must do. And I will say I got part of my memory back yesterday. I got it right in the now, but the rest of it I downloaded it. When I was at the tomb of the Christ, what occurred is that I could hear Mother Mary speaking again, and her saying that I must ascend. I must do the process, that that we were running out of time. When I received that message, I didn't listen to any more, and I just downloaded the rest of the energetic message that was left at the tomb of Christ to review later. But it was not resonating with the message that I received, where Mother Mary said, you must ascend now, you must go now. So I didn't make a conclusion on what it meant, and it was not until a few hours later, when Sharon and I was just speaking about something, that the clarity came to what the message actually was. It did not pertain to this now, that I must ascend in the physical form. What it was, that was part of my memory from 2,000 years ago, at that time when I had to ascend in that manner, and it is different now. So I did receive the clarity on that I did not need to leave and go through, the similar events that what occurred a few thousand years ago, because I'm actually staying this time in full public view. The last time I did stay, the Christ did not die, as many of you know. So, very cool and very important thing. So, I love you all. Kisses, winks, and speak to you in the near futures. So, I love you. I love all. And yes, we did do it I put one word out last night, success. I was very tired. Father said I did not need to do a live or write out, just put out the one word, success. And we're always successful. However, just from my heart, just to let all of you know that everything has went perfectly well and we have done it. So that's good for now. On closing, keep your highest intents to the highest timelines, your highest divine service. That is important as we go forward. Surrender to bring in your higher divine power, and it'll be much more easier for you to be guided in that way. When you own your divine authority and your divine power, with that comes much clarity, and it begins to reshape your existence here in higher degrees. So keep doing that, keep powering up. We are the ones, many of you during the transition will be taking on higher roles in transitioning governments and all of this very swiftly. So it's important that you step up into your divine power, your divine authority, and be prepared for these roles where you are divinely guided to go to. Now, you still cannot have your full memory of all and what you are in the full mission when you are here, and it is because of the energetic consciousness. So it is delivered unto your consciousness from the seat of your soul, your heart, when needed. And I am the same way. We are on a need-to-know basis, and all of you know that. But you do need to be open to it and own your power to receive it, so you are more beneficial and efficient with this overall divine plan at this time. So, great. And thank all of you, and we're all an amazing team, and woohoo! Let's see what we accomplish more. So, thank you. Love you. Love and light. Bye.